So here we are with Spector in Disneyland Paris. Hi, nice to meet you. So you said that we were the only console that could successfully provide the intended ethnic experience. Now that both the 360 and the PS3 are also getting more successful capabilities, do you see yourself moving with all three platforms in the future?
You never know. Certainly from the perspective of Disney Epic Mickey, the game we're talking about right now, it is a Wii exclusive. If there's any plan to bring it to other platforms, no one's told me about it.
Because I was thinking that, for example, with Kinect, you could fingerprint this on brush paint, right?
Oh, sure. You know, look, from a technical perspective, now there's no reason why we couldn't do this game on other platforms. That wasn't true when we started, but now there's no technical reason. But, you know, the fact that you can do something doesn't always mean that you will or you should. And like I said, there are no plans right now. I love working with Nintendo, and I'm really happy with this as a Wii exclusive.
See, characters in Epic Mickey don't talk much. Instead, they make these seems like sounds. Was that decision based on what you said about sound in a major part of games? Did you want to make gamers complete the characters using their own imagination?
Well, certainly it was part of asking players to fill in the blanks. That was a part of it. But you know, there are other factors here. There is a classic game convention in Japanese role-playing games and in platforming games and in console games in general of we call it the bark text solution. You know, it's like characters go and then you read a bunch of text. There are a lot of reasons. I wanted to make the game feel a little bit more like an old school kind of role-playing game or platform adventure, and so that's just one of the conventions.
See, so boss fights, I bet they'll be pretty interesting. Assuming that's really a spoiler alert, could you walk us through a boss fight of your choice?
Wow, I really do want players to discover that for themselves. About as much as I really want to say.
Could you say anything at all about it?
I'm happy to talk about boss fights. Yeah, in general, the thing that I'm most excited about the boss fights in this game is that unlike any other game that I know of, you can decide how to interact with the bosses. I really wanted players making their own choices about how to interact with stuff. So you can defeat the bosses in battle, or you can befriend them. You can actually give them what they want. You can turn them into friends. You can do all sorts of stuff with the bosses that I think players will find a little unusual. And that is going to have an impact on how the game plays out, how the end game works for you. Is largely dependent on how you interact with the bosses.
So did I understand correctly that if you use more thinner than paint, you'll be denied access to additional quests?
It's a little bit more complex than that, but yeah, basically that's true.
So if you want to explore like the actual 100% of the game's content, you have no choice but to go with paint?
Oh no, not at all, not at all. Every choice has both a reward and a cost, okay? So if you play through using mostly paint, helping everybody you can, restoring the world, there are some quests that you're never going to learn about. There are some rewards that you can't get.
There are like additional quests that are unique to thinner and unique to paint?
It's a little more complicated than that, but just to get the point across, yeah, that's basically it, okay? So in order to see and do and get everything, you're going to have to play through at least 3 times. And you're going to have to change your play style each time. So you're going to have to go through and be efficient, erase your enemies, get past obstacles in the easiest, quickest way, which usually involves thinner, erase parts of the world to find hidden rewards and hidden rooms and hidden caves and things. To see if you're going to have to go through it once doing that. Then you're going to have to start over again. We save your game state. So we save all of your collectibles, start again, play through as sort of a paint player, helping everybody, making friends with everyone, defeating the boss battles with kindness, all that stuff. And then play through in sort of a balanced way. That's the only way to see and do and learn about everything, do every quest. Your play style really does matter, You gotta play it through it a bunch of times differently to see and do and get everything.
Yes. Mickey is the big boss of cartoons, definitely. What about the rest of the gang, like Goofy or Donald? do we get to see interactive versions of more of these iconic characters? Not in their own games, mind you, just see them.
Well, some of Mickey's pals will show up in Disney Epic Mickey, but maybe not in the way or in the form you expect.
Yeah, I know all about Robot Donald, but I'm just thinking if we in the future we get to control some of them.
Well, not in Disney Epic Mickey. I don't mind saying that. You know, you never know what the future's going to hold. So right now, that you don't play them, but you can learn more about them. Actually, we've got a series of digicomics that we have an iPhone and iPad app now, where you can read 6 stories that talk about the wasteland, the world of Wasteland before the Thinner disaster, before the blot showed up, before Mickey appeared. And the pals actually play a fairly significant role in those stories. So if you want to know more about the pals and their place in Wasteland, you can read the digicomics and find out more about it.
Okay. I noticed that the US Collector's Edition is already available to pre-order, but there's no European Collector's Edition listed on Amazon. Is there region-specific availability for the extra-standard box?
I didn't know that. I'll have to ask someone about that. I don't know.
Because I was thinking about getting the Collector's Edition, but I can't see a PAL edition anywhere.
News to me. It's too bad because the vinyl figure, I mean, the collector's edition is pretty cool. It comes with a vinyl figure, the 5-inch Mickey army that I just love. And I hope you can get a copy.
One last question, and this is going to take us somewhat away from what we but I just have to ask. What's your take on Deus Ex Human Revolution?
You know, I'm really excited, actually. You know, it'll be the first time I get to play a Deus Ex game without knowing all the secrets.
I know we haven't seen much, just a few screenshots and trailers or something, but do you think, is that what you would have done if you were involved?
I have no idea. I don't know anything more than you do. I've seen what they've shown the press and what they've shown at trade shows, but you know, I work for Disney now. I have nothing to do with the creation of Deus Ex Human Revolution, but what I've seen looks really cool, and I can't wait to play it personally.
Okay, then I think that's all. Thank you for your time.
That was my pleasure. Thank you.